Okay, soup's on today. That's what I'm saying. It's immunity time, immunity boosting time, and I don't need all those shots. I don't like flu shots. I don't like taking all those shots and all the other added shots that's on. So we're going to make us some soup today because it's a little bit chilly here. And that would really be good for my little body. My friend stopped by and bought me some meat to add to my soup. He said it was Wagyu. When I asked him the price, I thought, who? You paid how much for that? But he said it was one of the finest beefs there is. It's a Chinese beef, and he was giving me a lesson on Wagyu beef 101. And you know, I'm probably pronouncing the beef wrong, but you know who I wished I had here to pronounce this beef? I wished I had the intentional millionaire here to pronounce it, because I love to hear him pronounce words. Because he always say, I told country. But you know what? He gets the job done. He's doing a good job over there as a content creator. So, you know, intentional millionaire, I'm going to have you on my set one day pronouncing my whole video, because it's just going to be, it's going to be fabulous. So first we're going to start with some olive oil. You can't put olive oil. It's not a high heat oil. I should probably use some avocado oil, because avocado oil is a high heat oil. But I got this turned down to a low temperature. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. That's right. We don't measure nothing because we're from the South. We know we put a little bit of this and a little bit of that in there, and that's good. And I'm going to dump my little onions and my garlic in here. There you go. That's my onions and my garlic. And I'm going to saute this around for about a minute. About a minute to 3 minutes, you know. Oh, did y'all see that onion flour over there in the soup base? Oh, it's all going in the same place. So I'm going to get that working and saute that around. Let me put a little time on that, because, you know, I'm going to burn it up. Because, like I said, the soup is called, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I really don't. But the soup is going to really be good. The first soup I made, it was called, what the hell is that? And it was good. Everybody liked that soup. What the hell is that? Was a good soup. That'd be a nice brand. I got to get me some shirts and put my soups out there. So while I'm stirring this, and put a little time up here, you know, because if I mess it up, as they say, you can start messing. This is going to be a messy one today. So I'm going to put my little minutes up here. And I normally don't cook things like when they say 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you know. When it looks like it's done, I add whatever I need to add. Because, you know, when you get hungry, you're like, okay, that's enough of that. I'm not trying to do all of that. I'm getting hungry. Where the crackers at? Okay, now I'm going to add me some carrots. See my carrots? I'm going to throw my carrots in there. You know 3 minutes ain't up. I told you. So I'm add my carrots in there. And that should be good. I'm going to saute my little carrots in there. Look like, you know what, when I'm making this soup, I'm like, that's a lot of bowls. Yeah, that's a whole lot of bowls to be sitting up there washing. But I'll get through it. I'll have him, my friend, do the dishes for me since he wanted the soup. And he brought me this Mufa beef. That's right. It's the good fatty beef. The beef that's good for you. I tell you what, he'll be bringing it to me because I sure won't be buying it. But see, that's what happens when you go cheap. That messes with your health. So you have to go big on your health. That's another investment, your health. Okay, so we got that going. All right, we're going to throw in some of this celery. That's a lot of celery. Because some things that when I'm making, there's, like, when I'm having chicken noodle soup, I like the carrots to be cut kind of whole and the celery to be cut on a slant. But then when I'm making this soup, you know, I want to kind of sift through it with my little spoon, you know. There you go. Just stir it up. There you go. So while that's cooking over there, and I'm one of these little people that don't like to have a lot of bowls and stuff around, because I can be washing this, but I'm just going to put it over here in the sink. Like I said, I don't like a pile up of dishes, and that's just a little bit too much. So, what we got next? Okay, so far I'm doing good. But I just came, I look down here. He said he bought a fillet of a Wagyu, or however you pronounce it, Japanese beef. And he said, I think it was like $229.95. And the burger he had was $79.99. I'm like, oh. But then see, those Japanese beef, that cattle, he said, they were not mixed in with any other beef. They were used as like work cattle, and they were purebred. And I'm like, oh, really? What a nice history. So they put them out to the pasture. He said, yeah. And they had the nicest, greenest grass, and they didn't have no stress. A stress-free environment? Really? Wow, I need that. Huh? The cattle, they had better food, and you know the environment was stress-free, and good Lord. Shoot, we don't even have that. So, okay, our little minutes are up on this, and now we're gonna pour our nice soup base in there, because you know a soup ain't good without a good soup base. Okay, and I'm gonna add another cup. That was 4 cups right there. But since I got so many vegetables going on, I need to add another 4 cups. It's okay to have a soup for another day. And then soup always good the next day, because you can always throw another vegetable in it. Yeah, throw that in there. Stir that around. There you go. Look at that. Look at that soup. Now I'm telling you, I got to bring it over there and let y'all see what's going on here. And I'm going to sit that there for a minute. I'm going to get this lid over here. And I'm going to put the lid on and cut it up on high for a few minutes. About 2 minutes. You know, I keep saying, I'm going back to this timer. And I'm going to let it stay on high for 2 minutes. Yeah, right. I'm going to put my little, organize everything in my zinc. Because like I said, I don't like all these dishes. That's a little bit too much for me. And I got this bowl. Like I said, these dishes add up. You know. Oh, so let me tell you what I put it as that soup base. And I just want you all to know that some people, they fix their own soup base. That's fine. But, you know, if you got kids, or if you just want your soup ASAP, because if this was my brother, he'd be like, okay, where the microwave? You know, where my soup at? I need it now, you know. But I got something from him, too, because I'm showing my brother this big bowl, because he hates the big bowls, because he's talking about, you ruining my waist, my chest, my 54-inch chest, my 18.5-inch arm. Okay, so now you see this bowl, this one is for you. So I'm ready for you today. But the soup base was better than bouillon. And it has a really, really good flavor. Now, what I did, I added 2 tablespoons to that 4 cups. And this is it's organic. And it's low sodium, because, you know, we want to cut down on the sodium, because we don't want to burn them kidneys up. Because that's what happens when you add too much salt to your diet. Your kidneys is going to have some problems. And, you know, you're going to have inflammation, and you're going to blow up, and you don't want that. And if we're fixing soup, this should help the problem. All right, so we're almost down to 25 seconds, and when it blasts off, we're going to throw our meat in. And I did saute and cook the meat a little bit. He told me don't cook it too much. Don't cook it too much. And I'm going to dump these, I'm going to dump some bay leaves in here. And I got some fresh thyme too, because I like fresh thyme. I'm just throw it in there and kind of stir it around. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to throw that meat in there. That's that old good beef. All right, the Mufa beef. Throw that in there. Ooh, that smells real good. Like I said, the soup name is, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Just as long as it tastes good. Okay, so we got that done. And put this over here. Add it to my little pile. Yes, I am. There that goes, so I can clear things off as I go. Because you don't want to have too much going on. Okay, so we got this. And we have this olive oil. And you can use, like I said, avocado oil. Because avocado oil is a high base. You know, it's like a flamethrower. It's about 500, I think it's 500 degrees. You can cook on high, but you can't cook on high on olive oil. You have to kind of saute and turn your heat down for this one. Okay, I'm going to put this. Now, not only, because I love soup, we also have the chicken. And it's a low sodium, and it's excellent. I love the chicken. And we also have the vegetable. Yeah, we got the vegetables. And you can find these at at your Costco. They're the bigger ones because the ones in the grocery store are a lot smaller and more pricier. And these are really a good price. I think they're like, the big ones are like maybe about $5.99 or $6 at Costco's, and you get a good use. You get really good use out of them. So they last a long time. So after that, ooh, you know, I went there and I got me some turnips. You know, I'm gonna dump some turnips in here. See, that's how you get your veggies in. I dump that in there. And I'm gonna dump, and this looks like cabbage, but it's bok choy. It's like cabbage, same thing, bok choy. Dump that in there. That's a lot, ain't it? Now, I'm going to stop, you know, I'm going to tell you this right now. And put these over here. And I'm going to stir this in there. But, you know, I have friends, a lot of family and friends from New Orleans. And, of course, they like to have okra in there. They eat okra with everything. But I'm not going to put the okra in there. I'm going to tell you what I do. I always saute it on the side. And I sprinkle a little Italian, just a little Italian flavor in there. And when I do that, here's a little Italian flavor that I sprinkle in there for the okras on the side, because they like to put that in there, because everybody don't eat okra, and I get it. But I'll sprinkle a little bit of this in the soup also. And last, one of my favorite things that make the soup smell so good. No, that's not celery. That's fennel. Fennel was good. So I'm going to dump some fennel in there. That's a lot. That's a lot. And see all these bowls I got? Jesus, I'm glad I got all these bowls. I'm going to put these bowls right here. Okay. And it's... Yes. And I'm going to let that cook for maybe 45 minutes, about 45 minutes to an hour. It may not take that long, but I think 45 minutes would be really the time. And so, there you have it. You have all our ingredients in there. We got it all in there. It's cooking. I can't wait. Maybe I'll pick some cornbread with that, but you know, people be hollering about carbohydrates, but you know, it's okay to have some carbs. You gotta have a little something. You can't deny yourself everything. And I just put that like I said, that beef in there, and it's not like a whole cow. It's just enough to, you know, give the soup flavor. I kind of like Lewis Howell. Lewis Howell say, when he has his notepad sitting up there, and he's just priceless. And somebody asks him a question, and Lewis will say, I'm from the Midwest, you know. And so Lewis has got to have some meat. That's just all to it. Lewis need his meat. And I get it. That's just like telling a Texan, you're going to have a carrot this morning. No, maybe some carrot cake, but not just the carrot. You're going to have some beef. If it's nothing but their Angus, that's good. And now they're breeding the Wagyu in Texas. So there you have it. It didn't migrate over here. But see, that saying, putting a cow out to the pasture. And now I know that if anything happened to me, just lay me out on the pasture so I could be less stressed, well fed, and good for the next person's body. How about that? Well, now that we got everything on, and I really like doing this morning, you know, and maybe I'll take a shot of this to before and after. But right now, I got everything in this soup, and the kitchen sink probably. But we're going to let that cook. That ends that. And I think I did pretty good for knowing not what the hell I'm doing. And that's the name of the soup today also. So I tell you what, come back to my kitchen and make sure that you don't hit your head, because I'm kind of short and all my pots are hanging low. So, you know, I like this. I might try it again, but no time, not too soon. And wait for that next video. There you go. And I'm out.